There's these things of a cost of education. We have different courses maybe which can lead to high cost of education. There is this term we call Quinama in campus.
A common unit.
Yes, especially maybe people outside the campus can think that this is a common unit.
Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel at Mercy Sungul. So today we are here with my fellow classmates. We are going to talk about the struggles of students specific Rongo University, or maybe that cuts all the countrywide universities in Kenya.
Thank you very much for that contribution, and I want us to proceed to challenge number 2, and rather we can have possible solutions for that. There's these things of a cost of education. We have different courses maybe which can lead to high cost of education. If we can start from Mercy, what are some of the things that maybe can cause high cost of education in different countries?
High cost of education. Okay.
Yes.
What I can say about the high cost of education is that different people doing different courses have different fee structures.
Yes.
Or the amount of fees to be paid. So maybe you'll find someone who was striving to do a certain course, but he or she will find out that that course has a high cost of living. So he or she will tend to change the course to a much cheaper course, and that will hinder the privileges of that person which he or she maybe have ambition to attain in life.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
There is okay, most of the students are sponsored maybe with the government in terms of help. That is what we know.
Yeah.
But you find that we have different bands according to the structure of the government. How does this affect the students?
Okay. About the bands, I don't know much about it because we are, as the continuing students, we have not been introduced to that, unless for those who are joining. But the only thing I know about it is that most of those bands have been categorized according to your level of financial status.
Yeah, or rather the backgrounds.
Yeah.
Do you think that maybe these backgrounds are arranged, maybe there is a specific strategy to use such that maybe in this arrangement of bands, for real, if maybe you can ask most of the comrades, especially the first year and the second years, you can see that people are really struggling because of what? Maybe you find that maybe my background, we really struggle, but when it comes to this category of the bands, you are maybe placed in a certain band which you are not, maybe you don't deserve on that. What can bring this cause? Is it maybe during the application time? Is it the relevant authorities who are categorizing people? How can you say about it?
Okay, so when you are applying for help loans from the government, most of the time you are told to write your guarantor, and if most probably you write a guarantor, or maybe your guarantor to be a person who is working for the government, that will change your band automatically. That will show to the government that you have a person who is capable of paying your fee, but you still want some help from the government. And thus, if you are coming from a humble background, your band will be placed in a higher band, which will hinder your education.
Thank you very much. On that, maybe on the same, is there any remedy solution, or is there any adjustment maybe you can do such that you are in that position whereby you are capable of maybe getting the specific, or maybe getting maybe what you deserve?
Yeah. A remedy for that, maybe you can apply for, you appeal your loan to be increased.
So there is appealing.
Yeah, you can appeal for the government loans so that yours can be increased. And also we have the school bursaries which you can apply for.
All right, thank you very much for that, Mercy. We appreciate for that. There is this term we call Kuinama in campus.
A common unit.
Yes, especially maybe people outside the campus can think that this is a common unit. Yes, Bwana Boy, what can you comment on that? And what is the cause to that?
Okay. Kuinama, as comrades calls it, a common unit. Indeed, it is a common unit. You know, Kuinama, it means going, maybe spending without meal. Is it going through without meal? Sindio?
Yeah.
That may be a particular meal. Sindio? Maybe you forgo supper, you forgo lunch, you forgo breakfast. Kuinama, sindio? Yeah, so you find that sometimes you cannot afford, maybe you cannot, at that particular time you cannot afford supper, you cannot afford lunch, or maybe you cannot afford breakfast, or maybe you are financially down. And actually, if you look back at home, there is nothing. Sometimes the amount you can afford, maybe in a week, is just 50 bucks. So it will force you that the little you have, you will plan with it properly. You will say, okay, my belief, or maybe my strategy in campus is there's no lunch, or maybe there's no breakfast, I should take supper, and that is all. Or maybe there's breakfast, there's no lunch, there's no supper. Or sometimes Kuinama happens when actually you don't have any option. You've called your friends, you've called mom home, dad home, there's nothing totally. It will force you, because you will not go to steal, but you will just have to cope up with the situation. So Kuinama is really a common unit.
Now, thank you very much, because that term, people really struggle for that, because you find that this, this is maybe, how can I call it? This is one fact, you know, that if you don't have energy, you cannot read. You know, this can cause maybe school dropping out. You can drop out of school because you have nothing to eat, and especially when you call at home, Dad, yes, I don't have this. So especially maybe you have unga and you are calling from Boga. There's those companies, maybe they can call home, then you receive a call, yes, you don't nikona unga, then I don't have mboga. Then home they may be responding, maybe anyway, that is it. Thank you very much. Now, how can we escape this term? How can we escape this term? Or rather, how can we generate some income to avoid Kuinama? What are some of the possible remedies that we can do such that to avoid Kuinama? Yes, Bwana Milton, you can comment on that.
Okay, some remedies that can be used or introduced to avoid Kuinama, as my brother Buai has talked about, that it is a common unit in campus. Now there are some certain strategies that when they are employed for campus students, it can help them sustain their day-to-day needs, really, to avoid that state of Kuinama. One is by personal businesses. A person can engage or can acquire a certain amount of capital, the little it is, to do some small business that will sustain him on his or her daily life. Like one, he can, for example, he can go for the cheapest things that can bring profit, little profit, that he can use, like buying sweets.
Yeah, very nice.
The Lolo thing, you know, ladies love ladies love the Lolo thing. So he goes or she goes and buy the sweets and come wherever she attends class, or he attends class, he just sell in class and acquire some little cash that he will use to sustain his life.
So thank you very much for that also. That is the possible remedy we can use. And in everything that comes, there is advantages and disadvantage of that. Maybe you are doing a business, maybe to generate some of the income. Mercy, you can tell us what are the challenges maybe you can face, especially when you are in that money making side.
Okay.
Yeah.
For example, when you have your business project, most of the students cannot afford at that time or that particular time to purchase whatever you are selling or your services. So he or she might ask for a credit or take something or use your services for credit. Then he or she will come later to repay, and you might find most of them when it's time to repay, they will run away or they maybe hide from you for some weeks until little by little by you giving out the credits, you'll find yourself in a bankrupt state.
And if we can restructure my question, how
Yeah.
can that business affect you in terms of education? How
Okay.
can that affect you?
In terms of education, you
Yeah.
find that maybe you have a class going on, let's say at 2 p.m. and you are working on your business, and maybe at that time you have a lot of clients, and since at the end of the day we are studying for us to be employed and get money, you will forgo the classes, and then you take all your time, or you use all your time to buy you use all your time on your project.
Yeah, if we can ask is on our guest, is anybody having some addition maybe on that point on the same? Yes, Mr. Boy.
Okay, thank you. I will add something on that. Okay, the disadvantage of maybe managing what maybe your business, by the way, to prevent this Koinama thing. No, like for example, most of the comrades delve in cooking chapati, cooking mandazi, things of that kind. You know, this thing will take a lot of your time. Sometimes you have an exam, sometimes you have maybe a count, sometimes you have a very important class, sometimes you have a presentation that requires early preparation, Cindy. Then you'll find that you are taking much of your time into this because you need money more than the degree, let me call it so. So it will force you that you will all of your free time you'll invest into this, into cooking chapati, into managing this small business, India. So you find that this is the case whereby you will find some comrades are calling friends, bro, nifanyie hii kat nakopea hii, nifanyie this. So now you are in campus, but you don't know what is going on. You don't know what you are learning. Most of the comrades are not even attending classes because of this, because of maybe their businesses. Because I want to make money, I want to do this so that this can earn me a lot, this amount of money. And again, these businesses, some of them, relationship results into as a result of relationship. Unaona, okay, mimi sasa mpenzi wangu ni mrembo, I must manage her. Therefore, I have to start a small business ili nikuwe na hiyo pesa ya kumspoil. Unaona? Sasa unajua you are too much into this because you want to impress somebody mwenye baadaye atakudam. Unaona?
Yeah.
So it will inconvenience you with your academic schedule. And this is why you will find that some of the comrades are being suspended, are being expelled from stealing exams. Yeah. So it is really, though it is good, but it really affects us academically.
Thank you very much. And again, there is this challenge. Maybe I don't know whether it's the challenge, but maybe it helps a lot. There is this site of ChatGPT, right? Now you find that maybe
Boss,
imekata.